And there we have it. You can hear them ripping out there on the track already. Welcome in, everybody, to our top 32 battles of round 4 ESDA Irwindale 2023. You guys are here with CSG Drift. As I said before, we're sitting here at ESDA Irwindale 2023 Season 4, Round 4. We are about ready to get these battles started. These guys have been loaded in, getting some practice runs in. We'll have a call back to pits, but in the meantime, doing the usual mumbo jumbo, we're gonna hop into our rules. Please be kind and respectful of others. That includes our in-game chats, VC, stream chat, all of that stuff. We don't want to have to be throwing that ban hammer down on anybody here tonight. Judges' calls are final. Scoring is based on 100 points based through line, angle, and X factor. The bracket was created using the qualifying score from last night and a FD seed. No monetary prizes for this event. Remember, this is all for entertainment and fun. Mods reserve the right to warn, kick, or ban drivers due to behavior or unsportsmanlike conduct. But overall, guys, have fun. Good luck. We're going to see some wild stuff out here tonight. I already know it. We're gonna do the usual thing. We're gonna hop into that line video that we put together for you guys and give that a quick little watch here. Welcome to ESDA Irwindale 2023 Season 4 Round 4 of CSG Drift. Start off right into our initiation zone here. Coming into our outer zone 1, we're looking for consistency of angle as well as proximity to that long sweeping wall all across here. As coming out of the outer zone 1, we're looking for a nice smooth transition into inner clip 1. Keep those wheels on the track. As we come across, snapping right into our second outer zone. A nice smooth fill out here. On the exit of here, we're looking for a little bit of let off there if needed, but coming into our inner clip 2. As we come back out of there, another smooth transition into outer zone 3 and across the line. That'll wrap it up for ESDA Irwindale 2023. Best of luck to all those drivers out there. We'll have up on our screen here our line map that breaks all that down for you, as well as the intended ideal line, as well as that off throttle zone right before inner clip 2. It's a fast but fun track. We'll see you out there, and good luck to all. All right, guys, that wraps it right there. And we have that line map just as a image up there as well. We got 5 zones out here on the track. We went through them in that video, but of course we have 3 outer zones all sweeping along walls. Judges are going to be looking for proximity there to the wall and of course to that other driver. We have our inner clip 1. That was a trouble area for some of qualifying. A lot of tires dropped out there, just cinching it up a little too much, and we saw them over there. And then of course inner clip 2, we have our off throttle zone there in yellow. That is there just if the drivers need it and to prevent some of that overcorrecting going into outer zone 3. Hopefully clean up those battles a little bit out there on the track. But we're just about ready to get started here. We'll hop back to our drivers out there on the track and let's see it. As they're getting their last laps in, and we will start off with Alex Rochachev and Funds for our first battle of the night. We can't forget too, just before we start off, I'll at least throw our little Season 4, Round 4 of CSG Drift. Not gonna put you guys through that again. Here we go. We'll see that starting off here, but we'll have our call back to pits here, and we'll see our first two drivers lining up in just a moment, as well as the one and only Cone Man making his way out onto the track as well. All right. See if we can hop on board with somebody before these guys make their way back to pits, all getting their last final runs in, trying to get those cars tuned up, ready to go out there. Oh my, we just saw somebody flipping around out there on the track. Let's hop on board with the Cone Man here. We'll see him making his way out on the track there in just a second. But yeah, it looks like we got Alex coming up to the line, and Fun's gonna be in that chase position for our first battle on that top 32. We do have one driver that was not able to make it here with us tonight. That is going to be Michael V. That is putting off a buy run out to one of the drivers already here tonight. But let's get her started here. Make sure these drivers are ready and set. There we go. We got spawns up in the corner there. You can check that for their drone cam. We may throw a few of the rounds as well into the drone cam for you. Here we go. We got the lights. Let's see it. Alex Rajachev in the lead here. Fun's in the chase. New to the competition. And man, throw the pressure on to Alex Rajachev right off the bat there. Coming around into our first interclip. These guys, like synchronized swimmers out there. Look at that. Here we go, coming around that second outer zone into that light little off throttle there and back right around. Look at that. These guys make their way across the line, and they're already back there ready to run once more. But let's throw the instant real quick up on screen as they get lined up and ready to go once more. What a great run to start us off here tonight. As always, can be a little terrifying being the first one out there on the track, and these guys doing an excellent job. All right, and we're back to the line here with them. We got Fun's now in the lead position and Alex in the chase. Drift Zambia, let's go. Here we go. Coming right out of the gate there. Nice speed here. Alex Rajachev putting the pressure on as well. Really going to come down to a lot of the proximity of these drivers. We saw some very consistent qualifying runs out there. Really came down to the nitty-gritties. And oh, Fun's takes a hit into the wall. That is very unfortunate for him out there on the track. Can't be feeling too good about that one. Let's get us back to the cone here. Was not expecting that one. He caught me off guard here. We're gonna throw that into our side-by-side as we send it off to the judges. It was an unfortunate hit there that we saw coming around into that outer zone 2. We did see quite a few guys have to take for that second run in our qualifying there. for that same exact hit. All right, and that's going to put us over to our judge screen here. Alex Rodchev in that left side there. Funds on the right. You guys may have guessed it, but that one goes off to Alex Rodchev. Moving on to our next round. Congratulations to him, and big GG there for Funds out there on the track. Unfortunate to see, but let's get it back here. Next two drivers coming up to the line here are going to be Seth Miller facing off against Ian Hayes. Twist. All right, looks like we got Ian Hayes coming out there. Spawns, our master drone man out there. Getting in for it. There we go. Got them lined up, ready to go. Let's send them on their way. That is Seth Miller in the lead position. Ian Hayes, aka Twist, in the chase. Twist gotten a little bit of room to make up here right off the bat. Seth Miller really throwing the angle, locking it in to those outer zones as we come around. A little bit of a speed variation between these drivers. Twist trying to get into the pocket there as they come around that inner clip too. And unfortunately, looks like something happened there in that transition. May have faked him out a little bit, but looks like we did have a straight in there in the chase. Got these guys, we're gonna have them line right back up here. Not to waste any time with these top 32. We'll get into some of those more nitty-gritty replays if we see those incidents out on the track. But we got Ian Hayes now in that lead position. Seth Miller in the chase. Let's see it. Let's go. Same kind of situation going on here. Ian Hayes throwing out some nice distance right off the line there. Seth Miller having to really cinch up that chase position, trying to get onto his door, get into that pocket, and lock in that angle, coming around that outer zone too. So we push across the inner clip two and onto our final wall. Oh, and Ian Hayes has himself a nice meeting with that wall. That is unfortunate out there on the track. Side by side right up on stream here, and we will send it to the judges on that one. A lot of pressure for these drivers out there, and you know, sometimes you send her a little too hard and you have a unfortunate meeting. All right, so looks like judges are ready on this one again. Let's hop us over to that screen. Seth Miller on the left side, Ian Hayes on the right. There you go, judges real quick on these, and that is going over to Seth Miller in that lead position. Fortunate for Ian Hayes out there, having that contact with the wall, throwing some big upsets there. Up next, though, we got Garrett Shaw, AOM Rizzo, facing off against Ruben Roop. Cone Man having some little bit of complications out there. He seems to keep sliding on this bank here. All right, looks like we got him ready to go. Garrett Shaw in the lead position, Ruben in the chase. We got lights. Let's send them. Nice flick in right there by Rizzo in that lead position. Roop getting really close there, losing a bit of angle and kind of pushing up on that front fender of Rizzo as we come across that inner clip one onto that outer zone. These guys are starting to lock in, get comfortable with those angles. And now we come around into our final outer zone. These guys make it no problem out. Roop having to make some adjustments there in that chase position, but makes himself right around onto there. As these guys flip their cars back around once more, we're going to have Roop in the lead position and Garrett Shaw in the chase. Drivers ready. Send them. Here we go. Ruben throwing some speed right off the bat here, throwing that angle in, trying to lock it in, set it and forget it. As it comes around here, Rizzo having to make some little gains there on the on the transitions there as we come around that outer zone 2. Setting himself up into that angle, coming around. Roop throwing down a nice lead line here, and Rizzo sticking right next to his door saying, hey, I'm right here and I'm ready to party. Let's go. Hop over to that side-by-side replay. Don't worry, too, those of you that are watching at home, these judges have their own cams running independently. These are just for your enjoyment, as well as our drone man. Spawn's FPV out there may do a few full screens here tonight for some of the battles in these top 32. Yeah, Rizzo throwing some excellent lines out there. Did very well in our qualifying, throwing down I believe a 94.3 for the scoring. A few guys out there also got 99s and 100s on their X Factor, pushing into that qualifying. But here we are in battles. AOM Rizzo facing off against RKX Roop. All right, just taking a close look here. Looks like we did have some tire drops out there. No harm, no foul. Looks like judges may be ready. Let me check in with them in just a moment here. All right, here we go. Over to there. Garrett Shaw on the left side. Ruben Roop on the right. Looks like 2 going for the lead for Garrett Shaw, 1 going OMT on that, and that pushes Garrett Shaw on to our top 16. Congratulations to him. We'll head right back to our cone man out there on the track for our next battle. The next battle is going to be Nana Peel facing off against Justin A, aka Subgroup. All right, we'll see them rolling up to the line here in just a moment. Phone man out there trying to get nice up and close and personal with those other cones on there, prevent him from sliding down the track right now. He's a little slippery out there, you know? All right. So it looks like we got Nanapeel lined up here, and Justin A RKX subgrip in the chase position. Here they go. Send them on their way. Nanapeel, new to the competition here, definitely with a slow start there. Subgrip having to really kind of slow up his initiation there, but gets right into the pocket there, coming around into our inner clip one and onto this second wall. Nice solid line. Does look like Nanapeel took a little bit of a slower approach coming through that first outer zone. Maybe a determining factor for him on this second round of battles for these guys here tonight. If he can't keep that high-speed initiation with subgrip grip, may cause some issues for him. Hopping right back on over to it. Yeah, it looks like our camera wants to be back there. All right, let's see it. So we got subgrip now in the lead position and Nanapeel in the chase. Let's send him. Unfortunately, looks like a bit of a speed difference out there on the track. Nanapeel going to be fighting for every inch out there to close that gap onto subgrip's door as we come around. These guys pushing around that inner clip and onto that final wall. Subgrip in their lead position and Nanapeel in the chase as they both come across the line. Let's get that side by side up and send it to the judges. Great to see some new faces out there, though. We have a few new names out there. Funds was one of them. Nanapeel as well. First time competing here in CSG Drift. You can see definitely a very big mix-up set for subgrip there on that initiation in that chase position. Had to make some quick decision-making there and got himself into there. But we did see a big speed difference here out on the track. A lot of times we see those speed differences due to some of the angle that these guys are putting down on the wall here, but judges are looking for every single category here, making sure they're staying on that line map, staying on that intended line, as well as those angles coming across these long sweepers. It's where it really counts on here. We only got 5 zones out on the track, which really makes every single zone count even more. So we're getting sent over to the judge panel here. Nanapeel in the left and subgrip on the right. Oh, looks like we had a little bit of a miscommunication there, but looks like 2 of those going over to Nanapeel. Judges are saying that came down to angle on that. Justin throwing way off there. And we had some wall hits out there as well. That puts Nanapeel onto the next round. Guys, don't let me lead you into believe in certain things either. I'm just the announcer here. These guys are sitting there with multiple cameras that they're looking at. Now let's hop back over to our cone man out there. So looks like it's going to put us into our first little reload here. We're going to have 6 drivers loading in because on our bracket that I will throw up on the screen here in just a moment, we have our current situation out on the bracket there. You can see that we do have Bryant T is actually going to be receiving a... Ooh, that's not looking too good. Looks like we have a little bit of an issue with the bracket updating on there. But we do have, coming up into our second battle of the second half here, Michael V not showing up here tonight, had some things going on, and Brian T getting the bye run here. So our first battle up on this next reload is going to be Braden S, AOM Swan facing off against Terran. Now we're back to the track here as these guys get their 1 or 2 runs in as everybody loads in, and we'll have the second group going. Yeah, there it is, right there on the track. This man's got sensor bars over it for some reason. What's he got on the top of his car out there, everybody? Holy! I've never seen that before in my time in Assetto. Oh, baby. May have to do a little hot fix on some of my pure settings, maybe. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. He may be our first competitor of the night where we are going to be running solely drone cam for those replays. Until I can get that situated. You know, we figured we needed to keep it family friendly out here on YouTube, so we unfortunately had to blur out the absolute brutality that's going on the top of on Randy Noah's car. I don't know about you, chat, but I've never seen anything like that before. It literally looks like sensor bars on the top of this car. The interesting thing is we did not have that issue arise during qualifying last night, so not entirely sure what changed. Sometimes you just gotta roll with it. Looks like we're gonna have our call back to pits here. We'll have these guys starting their runs here for the second half of the server. As you guys know, halfway through our top 32 battles, we have to make a hot swap over to a second server to keep those cars low and load times quick for you. And we'll be making that change after these next 3 battles that you'll see out there. We will see Brian T out there just running solo. It's gonna give us a nice show for us, hopefully. All right, looks like we got them lining up here. We're gonna wait for that track to clear out. We did just see a driver head down the track, and once they finish that up, we'll see these guys run. That's Braden S, AOM Swan in the lead position, ADL Terran in the chase. Let's see it. Go throwing some angle across there. Terran trying to make up that distance on that first wall. Swan throwing some massive angle into these zones. Coming into that outer zone 2, we have some contact out there. That is going to definitely need some replays out there for the judges. Determine fault on that one. As they come around, Swan trying to finish us out here, and over the barrier he goes. Let's get that insta up as these guys make their way back to the line, see what happened on that outer zone 2 entry. All right, but we'll get right back into it. We're back on them. We now got Terran in the lead position and Braden S in the chase. Got lights out there on the track, and they're on their way. Nice initiation across the line there by Terran in the lead position. Swan sneaking up on his door. Coming into that outer zone 2. A little bit of a slow up there, and a little bit of contact there by Terran as well. Tell you, some definite slip-ups we're seeing here in that inner clip 1 and that outer zone 2, but they come across the line and finish it out. See if we can get that side-by-side rolling here. Definitely some massive things going on in that battles 1 coming into that outer zone 2. Judges will be checking those cameras, checking those throttle positions and brakes as well. Love it, the 50-50 grind in chat, plus 50 points. Going Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Like to see a dark slide out there, all right? All right, looks like we're getting the thumbs up from the judges here. We're gonna slip on over to that screen. We got AOM Swan on the left-hand side and ADL Terran on the right. Got some contacts there in that first round. And there it is. A full sweep there for Swan due to that contact there in that round 1. There we go. As we push our way on to our next, which would be Michael V facing off against Brian T. So I'll have Brian T. I saw him in the server there. He will be taking a little solo run here. Let's get our man. Let's see some W's in chat for spawns here. Flying our drone cam out there tonight. Doing a great job of it. He gets a little practice out on the track here tonight and also gets to move on to that next round. Fortunately, you know, life happens and sometimes you can't be here. Appreciate Michael V reaching out to us ahead of time for the event, and Brian T getting lucky here with a little bye run. Let's send him. Us a nice little show out here on the track. Brian T. RKX reveals as he goes across the line. We're gonna stick with our man Spawns here, since we are having a little bit of a graphical issue there on that with Randy Noah's car. As you can see, everything looks a-okay from Spawns FPV. A little technical issue on my PC. These guys lining up here in just a moment. And that is going to be Randy Noah facing off against Donahue Joseph. Here we go. Got them ready to go, lined up. We're gonna just get those names updated before we see those lights, and we will be ready to go. Perfect. There we go. Let's see it. go, coming into our first outer zone with the initiation there. Spawn's getting a nice bird's eye view here for us as they come around that track. Looks like we did lose a little bit of audio there, but no worries. Flick in there. Randy Noah getting some distance. So we push around that inner clip and into that final outer zone. Nice wall proximity, a little bit of tap in there, but across the line they go. Let them get settled and ready to go. All right, drivers ready. Oh, baby. There we go. Back into that drone cam. My bad, everybody. Realized our names were flip-flopped there. Coming around. Donakio putting on the angle here, coming around. Randy Noah has some distance to make up and trying to maintain that angle. These guys got to lock in, get that angle situated early on to these zones as they come around. Pushing through onto that wall and across the line they go. Take us right on over into that side-by-side. Look at this consistency from our man Spawns out there. This camera's side by side. This man flying a drone out there, flies them in real life. Holy. Definitely some issues happening out there on those transitions for these guys. We saw a little bit of mix-ups there, losing that lead driver, losing some ground there, as well as a little bit of angle on some of these zones. And judges take a close look at their cameras out there. Just throwing a little drone action here for you guys tonight, as we are having that slight graphical issue out on the track, but judges having some discussions here, definitely about some lead versus lead, chase versus chase issues out there on the track, but we should have a determination from them shortly here. All right, and we're back over to our judging panel here. Randy Noah on the left side, Donahue on the right. And looks like it is coming down to an OMT here. Judges with a unanimous, seeing a lot of one of them with a better lead, the other with better chase all around. But we'll see them back out here on the track once more. Do appreciate we had our next battles ready to go there, but we're gonna send them back to pits here for now and have Randy Noah and Donahue go one more time here. Our cone man locked in with that other cone there, definitely glitching out quite a bit there. Cone man Kyle. We're giving these guys one more shot here out on the track. We'll see them battle it out once more. Hopefully these guys got it dialed in now. I want to see a nice clean runs from both these guys, and let's see it. We got lights. We all come across. Randy Noah in the lead position. Donahue in the chase. Nice, solid, set it and forget it on that angle by Randy Noah in that outer zone 1, but definitely really quick and snappy on that transition, throwing Donahue in the back, having to make up that distance, but he's right back there, ready to battle, and coming around that final outside zone 3. Got them lined up once more. Let's get our names switched around there, and it looks like we got the lights going. Here they go. Donahue in the lead position, Randy Noah in the chase. Setting that angle right off strong there, getting really close to the wall there on the outside of the outer zone 1, coming into our inner clip, and Randy Noah trying to put the pressure on here. We got a lot of speed coming out on the track. These guys duking it out. Onto that final wall. Guys cinching up once more, and across the line they go. Let's get to the side-by-side here. Oh, baby, dropping stuff over here on my end. Here we go. Watching those replays back. These guys having very similar driving styles in that lead position, just both of them trying to close up those distances on that chase end of things, and solid drone work here by our man Spawns as well. Getting us near identical angles for each of those zones for us to look at. And of course, our judges checking their cameras right now, trying to find a determination on who's moving on to that top 16. We'll hear from them shortly here. Got one more battle following this one, and then we'll be hopping over to our server 2. So if you are a driver in that second battle server, we're going to be looking for those first 8 on that bracket to be in that lobby. Judges paying extra close attention to some of those minor details out there on the track for these guys on their OMT. All right, judges, give me the thumbs up here. We're gonna kick it on over to that screen once more. There we go. Randy Noah on the left-hand side there. Donique Joseph on the right. We got one going, Donique. Two, pushing him on to the top 16. Judge 3 going for the OMT there, just wanting to run these guys back to back. They're like, hey, no more, as Donique moves on to the next round. Congratulations, and we are pushing on to our next battle here, which is going to be Will Holloway in the lead position and Liam Suzuya Auto Body in the chase. Just waiting for everything to catch up here, getting drivers ready. Get us back to our good old-fashioned track cams, but don't forget Spawn's FPV didn't go anywhere. He's down in that bottom right-hand corner, so you guys can see those sweet drone action going on. But looks like we got him ready. Lights are firing. Let's send them. We got William Holloway in that lead position and Liam Suzuya Auto Body in the chase. Nice, solid, smooth angle, set it and forget it by Will Holloway through that outer zone 1. Liam having to make some minor corrections there in the chase as we come across to our outer zone 2. These guys needing to shave some speed off here, coming around that inner clip too. Setting themselves up nicely for that outer zone 3 as they push their way out and across that line. Solid runs there for both drivers. Liam having a little bit of an issue coming out right off the bat there, but no problem whatsoever. They both made it. Both cleaned up their acts there at the end. Nice solid stuff by both drivers. And for drivers to be ready, we'll see those lights fire out on the track there by our one and only Cone Man. Here we go. Let's send them. Liam now in the lead position. Will Holloway in the chase. Nice solid pressure there by Will Holloway. Liam just pushing some nice angle through that outer zone 1 as we come across that inner clip. Slipping right in through there. Very tight on that inner clip 1 by Liam, but William Holloway on his door, ready to party, and let's see him go into this final outer zone. Nice, solid, smooth, consistent run. These guys make it look like a cakewalk out there as they push across that line. Let's get our side-by-sides up. Send it to the judges. We'll say from my eyes, we had some very consistent runs coming from Will Holloway there. Liam Suzuya had some issues coming on to that first outer zone, but made some adjustments and got himself situated for the second half there. Even had a really close, maybe even a potential tire drop there on that Battle 2. Coming across that inner clip, we saw a lot of that through our qualifying last night, and definite some point deductions there if I'm seeing it correctly. Judges will be looking at their cams, and obviously we'll be hearing from them shortly. Checking in with the judges here. They're taking a look at everything. Did get to confirm that was not a tire drop on that inner clip, so it is coming down to those nitty gritties out there. But he was right on the line there. Looking at the same cameras you guys are here at home. All right, pushing us over to the judge panel here, and we'll hear from them right now. Got Will Holloway over there on the left-hand side, and Liam on the right. Looks like that is a unanimous going over to Will Holloway, pushing on into the top 16. Congrats to Will out there. Ooh, what is going on there? But we are going to be hopping over to there we go. Everything seemed to situate. I don't know what happened there. Computer having a heart attack there for a split second. These guys going to be loading out, and we are going to be switching over to our next server. So I'm going to put up the line video one more time as we make that quick switch over there. And we are looking for those first 8 to be in that server ready to go. Get your runs in now, as once all of us are loaded in, we're going to start those battles. Welcome to ESDA Irwindale 2023. Season 4, Round 4 of CSG Drift. Start off right into our initiation zone here. Coming into our outer zone 1, we're looking for consistency of angle as well as proximity to that long sweeping wall all across here. As coming out of the outer zone 1, we're looking for a nice smooth transition into inner clip 1. Keep those wheels on the track. As we come across, snapping right into our second outer zone. A nice smooth fill out here. On the exit of here, we're looking for a little bit of let off there if needed, but coming into our inner clip 2. As we come back out of there, another smooth transition into outer zone 3 and across the line. That'll wrap it up for ESDA Irwindale 2023. Best of luck to all those drivers out there. We'll have up on our screen here our line map that breaks all that down for you, as well as the intended ideal line, as well as that off throttle zone right before inner clip 2. It's a fast but fun track. We'll see you out there, and good luck to all. And there we have it. Just like that, we changed up the into the alternate universe of our second version of ESDA Irwindale over here. These guys already in here, rocking out some practice runs here. We got some hood cam going on Hydra right now. First battle of this second server. Holy, that's a lot louder being on cam with these guys. We'll see them flipping back and forth here. First battle going to be Zach Macy facing off against Terrence G. Doing a little bit of hopping on the onboard cameras here. Let's see it on here on Nolan Stanley. You can see his door card there as he's chasing Jiwon Lee. These guys getting as many quick practice runs. We'll have a back to pits here shortly, and we will start off with that first battle in Zach Macy and Terrence G. Oh my gosh, we hopped on with the cone man over here. He's trying to put his moves on to that other cone. If you have small children, please look away. There we go. We're out and taking a look at that starting gate once more. music going as well. See them pulling up to the line here in just a moment. We'll get started on our second half of the top 32. Only about 50 minutes into the competition here tonight, and we will be probably flying through in the same amount of time here. It looks like Spawns is out there flying the track already. Get him up on the big screen there. All right, we got our drivers lined up and ready. That's Zach Macy in the lead, Terrence G, RKX Stangry in that chase position. All right, we got the go ahead, and here they go. Lights have gone. Zach Macy now in that lead position, Terrence G in the chase. As they flip into that first outer long sweeping zone, we come across Zach Macy setting and forgetting it with that angle. Very minimal corrections there by that lead driver. Stangry in the chase here, trying to put the pressure on as they come around here, clipping it a little tight there, and putting the pressure on through that final outer zone, and across the line they go. All right, looks like we did have a staff reaching out to drivers right now about a slight issue out there, but we'll hear back from them in just a moment here. May have them going on their second run here. Yeah, so we had a driver leaving in the middle of that run, so staff reaching out, just making sure both of them are satisfied with going on to the second round here. But we'll hear back from them shortly here in a second. Probably an honest mistake there, but we'll see. All right, looks like we are getting a. They're feeling confident about those first round. Wanted to make sure that there were no discrepancies there, and we are going to send these guys on their way for their second run. See those the cone man fire off his lights once more. Here we go. It's Terrence G in the lead position, Zach Macy in the chase. This guy's really feeling confident about that first initiation, getting into that zone. Zach Macy trying to place himself inside of that pocket, nice and deep, and coming around that transition. Zach Macy giving a little bit of breathing room there for Terrence. And right on his door as they come around that inner clip. Terrence definitely throwing some massive angle coming around there. Zach Macy making those adjustments, and across the line they go. What a run, and holy Stangry. That was loud. My ears at least. Let's see it. Got our side-by-side. Put that up on the screen there. Send it to the judges. A lot of weight being thrown around with that Mustang out there. Those are heavy cars. A lot of power out there, and a lot of wheel to handle. All right, looks like we're getting the thumbs up from the judges here. We'll be moving on over to that judging screen once more. All right, here we go. On to the judging screen here. Zach Macy on the left-hand side. Terrence G on the right. RKX Stangry. 1 going Zach Macy. 2 pushing Zach Macy on to our top 16. And there is the third, making it a full sweep there. Up next, we got Jiwon Lee facing off against Nolan Stanley. All right. Got our man Spawn's FPV parked out there in the middle of the track. May see him as you come around that final zone. Got our cone man zooming across there. I don't know what happened. He is some wild stuff happening out there, guys. Just give us 1 second. Some slight technical difficulties with our cone band. Seems like his throttle cable got stuck and he just went flying off the track. He's making his way back down, trying to get himself set up, and we will see Jiwon Lee and Nolan Stanley facing it off here in our next battle. Looks like they are making their way out onto the track here. This is Jiwon Lee going to be in the lead position. Nolan Stanley in the chase. We'll wait for drivers ready, and then we will send them on their way. There they go. Lights fire for them, and down the track they go. Another Mustang out on the track here. Jiwon Lee getting on that angle. Minor adjustments there, keeping him away from the wall as he comes across that outer zone 1. Flipping into our outer zone 2. Nolan Stanley. Oh, and we have some contact there on the wall by Jiwon Lee, causing him to crash out in that lead position. As he finishes it out as best as he can there. And you'll see these guys running in the other position now. Could come down to just Nolan Stanley now needing a solid lead run here for Jiwon Lee, and it could be a easy move on to the top 16. Drivers ready, and we'll see those lights. There we go. Nolan Stanley in the lead position now. Jiwon Lee in that chase. Throwing some nice angle right off there. Jiwon Lee, some angle going on back there as he's pushing on, trying to get up onto his door. And Nolan Stanley also kind of throwing his angle out there a little bit and getting just the bare minimum on that zone as we come across there. And Jiwon Lee just trying to get up on his door, and across the line they go. Fortunate mishaps out there on the track. Let's get our side-by-side going. Take a look at that battle 1. Looks like just ended up sending the back end of the Mustang there into the wall about midway through that outer zone 2, causing him to catch up on that wall and spin out. It is unfortunate stuff out there for Jiwan Lee. But let's head on over to the judge panel. Jiwan Lee on the left-hand side, Nolan Stanley on the right there. Judges will be placing their votes here in just a second. One going Nolan. 2. And 3. Nolan Stanley for the sweep there. Moving on to the next round. Congratulations, and we'll hop back to our cone man sitting at the line here. And our next battle going to be Nathan Vieira facing off against Hydra. See him out there in just a moment. I tell you, another W in chat for Spawns out there. Putting down the work here for us tonight. Getting that nice second angle for you guys at home. And obviously for our judges to reference to as well if they ever need it. Here we go. All right, sending them. Nathan Vieira in the lead position now. Hydra in the chase. Let's see it. Nathan Vieira in that M2, throwing down some nice angle as Hydra makes some small corrections in the chase there, trying to cinch up his proximity, coming a little bit on the outside there, throwing some flames, trying to clutch kick her way right into that zone as we come into that outer zone 3 and across the line. Now we got Hydra in the lead position now. Nathan Vieira in the chase. Let the drivers get settled and we'll see those lights fire when they're ready. Here we go. Back to back. Hydra now in that lead position. Nathan Vieira in the chase. Snapping her right into that angle. Coming around that outer zone 1. Same little bit of bobbles there coming from that chase position. Trying to match up that angle coming around. And a little bit of a tricky transition there for Nathan Vieira in the chase position. Hydra thrown very wide on that inner clip too, as Nathan continues to push on the pressure right out and across the line. Some absolutely solid battles by these guys. Unfortunate battle too. Looks like we did have a missed zone there by Hydra. Had very similar bobbles coming through that outer zone 1. Excuse me. Need a little water. We're not even in top 16. I feel like I'm starting to lose my voice. That's not too good. The judges do their thing here, and we'll be over to that judging screen. Talk about some flames coming out there in that battle 1 by Hydra in the chase position. Definitely trying to make some corrections there and just give her a good old-fashioned donkey kick on the clutch there and groove some maybe little bits of that cat out there. right, hopping over to that judge screen. We got Nathan Vieira on the right-hand side. Hydra, or sorry, Nathan Vieira on the left, Hydra on the right. What is going on? Holy moly. We'll see the judges place their votes here in just a second. One going Nathan, and that is a full sweep for Nathan. Looks like that missed zone on that battle too, unfortunately. Big point deduction there for Hydra, sending Nathan Vieira on to that top 16. Up next, we got Tyler, Duck, and Gambit facing off. We'll see them pulling up to the line here in just a moment as they make their way down the track. Drone man or Cone Man out there just itching with anticipation, shaking a little bit out there, but it's not holding back anymore. Let's see those lights. 3, 2, 1, go! That's Tyler Duck in the lead position now. Gambit in the chase. And a nice snap right into there. Gambit making some adjustments, trying to cinch up that proximity in that chase position as they come around into our inner clip 1. Nice, quick, snappy initiations there in that transition as we come around into our final inner clip. Some solid angle by Tyler in the lead here. Pushing through, and across the line they go. Very solid runs by both guys there. You can see Gambit just itching to get closer and closer on that door as they made their way around the track. Got Gambit over here now in the lead position. Tyler Duck in the chase. We got lights. Let's send them. There they go, making their way down into that initiation. Gambit throwing on there, a little low on the angle there, making him a little speedy out there on the track, and he hits the wall. Oh my, that is unfortunate as he zooms out, and that may have been a disconnect on Gambit. We know Gambit has been having some PC issues lately, and that is very unfortunate to see out there as Tyler finishes out the run. Get the side-by-side up of what we saw there. You know, at least that's my assumption. We had a quick back to pits, and then he zipped right back out there on the track. So that is just unfortunate news because it's unfortunate stuff out there for Gambit, because in those situations it does fall on the driver for any of those PC issues. Unless it's server end and it's for both drivers, then it's a-okay, but that is unfortunate. Bad news bears there for AOM Gambit. That's gonna put us over to the judge screen here. Think you guys know where this one's going. Fortunate news for Gambit, and that goes over to Tyler Duck, moving on to the top 16. I know these drivers don't like taking a win that way either, but it's unfortunately how that crumbles. But we're gonna have our next load in here of 8 drivers, and we'll see them popping in here, getting a few quick practice runs out here on the track, and then we'll maybe go a little drone cam, maybe a mix of some onboard cam while these guys get a few, 1 or 2 practice laps as everybody loads in, and we'll have the last bit of our top 32 going, and we'll be on to our top 16 before you know it, guys. And we got JL Good out there right into the server here. Hop onto his hood. There's JL Good on his hood right now. Pop onto the interior cam, maybe. Pop onto some drone cam footage here by Spawns. He follows these guys on a practice run, that is. We got Togasar in the lead position there, and JL Good trying to make sure those tunes are dialed up. A little ping-ponging back and forth, but, you know, got to get those kinks figured out. Good old Spawns FPV flying out there for us tonight. Big W's in chat for him. Appreciate his time and being here. He flies for ESDA as well. This man, he's got some talent on the sticks out there. Definitely unmatched there for some of the angles that he can get. And if he you know, some things that people don't know is if he lets go of those sticks, that thing's falling out of the sky. Due to how those things are set up, and enables him to do some of those aerobatics that we see out there on the track. All right, we should have a back to pits here shortly. I believe all drivers are in, and we'll get moving on this last quarter of our top 32 drivers. First battle going to be DMI C-Note facing off against Nate. All right, we got ourselves back at the line here. They're making their way down the track. C-Note going to be in that lead position, and Nate in the chase. As there is a complete lull in the noise of stream there for a second, as a hush came over the stadium. We're looking for Nate here, and it's like we giving a call out here to Nate, see if he makes it in here. If not, we do have to proceed through, maybe giving a buy run out here. Second one of the night, unfortunately, out to C-Note. All right, and that is a confirmed. We do not have Nate in any of the channels here or in the server, and we are sending C-Note to put on a smoke show for us. Pop into that full screen with our man Spawns FPV, getting nice and close. C-Note gets a little bit more practice out there on the track, unfortunately, all by himself out up there, but yeah, solid run for him as he heads back to pits. Next battle gonna be JL Good and Tog SR. C-Note gets the easy pass there. I know none of the guys like that. Sometimes it can be a little bit painful for them too, because they don't get the battle practice, you know, hitting those tandies with their opponents. So he's going to be going in fresh into that top 16. as well as we will have the Brian T in the same position here tonight. Has not battled against anybody, and they're popping right into the top 16 and onto some serious competition. But we got them at the line here now. JL Good and Togesar ready to rock. Let's see those lights. Here we go. JL Good in the lead position. Togesar in the chase as we whip across that line and filling out the entirety of that outer zone. Long sweeping Togesar trying to get into that position. And right along there, JL Good throwing some nice angle there. Togesar a little bit of slip up on that transition, trying to get himself back into the pocket as we move our way into that final outer. And across the line they go. And we got him lined right back up again. Togesar now in the lead position. JL Good in the chase. We're gonna give it just 1 second here, though. Looks like we did have a disconnect during that run, so we want to make sure both drivers are satisfied with round 1 and can come to a consensus there, as it is part of our rules that if there are other third-party disconnects, that does opt for a possible rerun for these drivers. I want to make sure that they are getting the most optimal runs out there on the track. Looks like they are giving the thumbs up and they are ready to rock. Let's see it. Togesar now in the lead position as I get those names right there on stream. Here we go. JL Good in the chase position. Holy Tog throwing a lot of speed in there. A little less angle than we'd like to see, but coming around there, JL Good trying to put himself into the pocket, get out that proximity without compromising too much of his line in that chase position. As we come across and into that final zone, Togesar seems to have gotten it into that zone, and across the line they go. All right. Got that side-by-side up for you guys at home as we send it over to the judges to review their footage. And we will have our determination here in a moment. All right, and looks like we do have some wall contacts out there as well. Throwing some it looks like we are seeing some wall scrapes out there on Outer Zone 1 and 2 as they came into that entrance. Hey, we got some of you guys in chat there. Good morning to all of you. Getting late at night over here. About 11 p.m. Approaching quickly. So just taking a very close look at some of those wall hits out there. Like I said, we had some wall contacts on outer zone 1 and 2, and then possibly a tire drop out there as well. So just checked in with them and letting them do their thing. All right, we're gonna hop over to the judge screen. JL good on the left hand side there. Tog SR on the right. Got one going OMT. 2, 3, full unanimous on it. Looks like we had some wall hits there by Tog SR, but also had a wheel drop by JL good. So they want to see some nice clean runs here. This is our second OMT of the night. Let's get them lined back up and ready to go. Give these guys another chance. We also even had some disconnects there, unfortunately, for them. All right. Like we got them ready, lined up again. Let's give these guys the proper chance they deserve, show what they got out there, and let's see it. JL good in the lead now. Tog SR in the chase. Let's go. Here we go, coming on to that outer zone 1. A nice solid fill out, set it and forget it by JL good as they come around there. Tog SR getting right into that pocket, keeping the pressure on through that transition. Fortunately, a little bit of lost angle there, but coming around into our final inner clip 2. These guys are really battling it out here and coming around out to that outer zone 3, and across the line they go. All right, we got these guys lined up, ready to go once more. Tog SR now in the lead position. JL good in the chase. Let's see it. Oh, we had something going on there by Tog SR. As a big loss of angle there on that. JL good trying to get into that pocket here, as they have to be very quick in adapting to that lead driver and add the slope. And across the line they go. Some very interesting runs by both these drivers out here. Let's get that side by side right up on the screen. Like some more wall taps happen out there on the track, as well as in this battle too. Tog coming through there, getting that tap by JL good in the chase, throwing off that angle as they come around here. We do have that off throttle zone here coming into that inner clip 2, and then fortunately throwing a wild card there for JL good. Looking like some rough stuff out there on the track. These guys got their OMT. Judges looking at every little bit here, and we'll hear back from them in just a second. Yeah, chat's got it right. They're looking at that contact there, making sure that there was an excessive loss of speed by the lead driver, or if it was too much speed coming in by that chase. As they're looking through their replays right now, checking those. Judges taking a real close look here. Got multiple hits out there with determining fault on each hit. So, and we'll check in with them here in just a second, guys, and then we will have our determination on this round. just spoke with the judges on this one because there are multiple things going on here. Got JL Good on the left, Togasar. One going OMT, two. That is going to push these guys into their final OMT here. We had the first fault of the contact there. Landon on one driver, and then the other contact coming in on Elgood, and basically those two canceling out. These both of them dropping some tires as well out there on the track in similar locations. These guys need to see it one more time, and we will be moving on from this battle. These guys were swapping faults for those contacts out there on the track. So we need to see some solid, clean runs by these drivers, and we will send them on their way as soon as they're ready. Let's go. Here we go. JL Good now in the lead position. Togasar got some ground to make up there in the chase position. JL Good throwing down some speed here, kicking through that inner clip, back onto the wall here. These guys having to go 3 rounds now, back to back here. And an excellent line there by Elgood in that lead position. Togasar keeping that pressure up on him. See how it goes in the swapped version of this here now with Togasar in the lead and JL Good in the chase. We got lights. Let's send them. Togasar in the lead position, JL Good in the chase. JL Good putting some pressure on him as a Togasar solid angle coming through in his lead position right across onto there, and JL Good throwing some massive angle there, almost going off, and then Toe goes into the wall. This is something. Holy. Let's clip it. Send it to the judges. Fortunately, both these guys having some struggles out there, and we had some massive contact there on the wall right after Elgood had some issues on the chase transition there in Battle 2. Brutal stuff. Man, some brutal stuff out there on the track. We have the Battle 2, you can see it right here. JL Good cuts it in so tight there, but sets himself up for the wall, coming right into there, and then Togasar makes contact on that wall, and it just sucked him in. That is rough stuff out there. No, these guys don't like to see the outcomes land this way, but here we go. We got JL Good on the left there, Togasar on the right. Let's see where the judges. And that does go on to JL Good for moving on to the top 16. Up next, we got Bread and Cage Jones facing off next. Hop in with our drone man, Spawns FPV out there, doing some acrobatics on our starting gate. Cage Jones at the line, ready to go. Bread heating up those tires out there, and he'll be lining up too in just a moment. right, drivers ready. Let's see it. Got to make sure Cage is ready to go there. We want to see him at least at that rear bumper there with his front end. He doesn't have to be fully up. He does have that little back that he can start off there in that chase position. But looks like the drivers are ready. We'll see the lights. Let's send them. Got Spawn's FPV here on the big screen as these guys come into our first outer zone. Throwing some angle. Cage Jones coming up so fast onto Brett's door there, trying to get that angle in there and match that speed as they're coming around. Some huge speed coming from Cage Jones there. Needs to up that angle a little bit more there as we come across our inner clip 2 onto our final outer zone. And across the line they go. Here we go. We're gonna have them running vice versa now. Cage Jones in that lead position. Bread in the chase. Let's see it. Big speed coming there from Cage Jones. Bread matching it up though as they push through that outer zone 1, coming into our inner clip. As these guys flip back into that outer zone 2, a excellent transition there by Cage Jones, putting down a wild lead as we come across, and across the line they go. All right, we'll kick our side-by-side up on there. Don't worry, judges do have their own cameras they're looking at, multiple angles, track cams, independent cams, analytics of those pedals, speed, angle, all of that stuff. I think they're running some NASA computers over there or something. Here we go though, a solid lead there. Man, the flip coming from Cage Jones in that lead position into that outer zone 2 was definitely had some major aggression out there, but looked very nice out on the track. Brett doing a great job matching up that speed as we saw Cage Jones coming flying up there in that battle 1 onto his door, trying to match Brett's angle. Definitely some pros and cons on these runs here for these guys, as we did have some issues with proximity there by Cage in that battle 1. Amazing job to both these drivers out there. Both these guys putting down bangers of leads here. Gotta say, love how Cage whipped in on that battle 2 for those walls, but unfortunately it may be coming down to chase versus chase here. We saw some inconsistencies by Cage Jones in that battle 1. Definitely trying to get into that pocket and just all right. Got a thumbs up from the judges here. We are kicking over to that judging screen. We got Brett on the left-hand side, Cage Jones on the right. Who's going to be moving on to that top 16? Got one more battle and we will be Hopping servers for one final time tonight, and 2 going over to Bread, 3 for a unanimous, as I think I may have predicted there. Came down to a lead versus lead and chase versus chase, and I think Bread got more points on that chase there, putting him on to that top 16. But absolutely great battle by both drivers as we kick ourselves back over to the line here with our one and only Cone Man, and of course Spawn's out there just flying the pits, taking a look at the guys sitting out there. Our next battle gonna be Balroot Pure Wall facing off against Legacy Melitix. It'll be the final battle of our top 32, pushing us into the top 16. For those drivers that are making it into that top 16, you guys can see that that link has already been posted up into Discord. You'll be able to join from there once the server is live, as it is being actively created as the rounds go on here. But here we go. We got Balroot Pure Wall in that lead position, Melitix in the chase. Let's kick back to some of our track cams here for our final run of the top 32. Here they go. Balroot Pure Wall throwing right into that angle, getting nice and cozy on that outer zone 1. Melitix losing a little bit of ground here. Gonna have to try to make it up here in those transitions as we come in a little bit shallow there, but pushing on, trying to catch up here over to Balroot Pure Wall. Pop it into that outer zone 3 and across the line. There they go. All right, we're gonna have them the other way around now. Melitix now in the lead position, Balroot Pure Wall in the chase. Let's see it. We got lights, so let's send them. Melitix in the lead, Balroot in the chase. Balroot got a lot of speed coming down out on the track here. Having to make a little bit of adjustment on that initiation as they come around though. Getting it back and forth. Melitix throwing a backy into there and throwing her to pits. That is unfortunate to see. As we can see in the bottom corner there, Spawn's capturing the rest of the run there as Pure Wall finishes it off. Dang, that is unfortunate to see. We have seen our fair share of technical difficulties here tonight, and some crashes out on the track as well. Definitely maybe threw a little too much angle into that inner clip, then just couldn't recover her, and throwing pretty much a backy into that outer zone too. All right, kicking it over the judge screen, you guys probably can guess it, but we got Balroot on the right, Pure Wall, and Legacy Melitix on the right. Those judges cast their votes. And there's 2 going Pure Wall on that left-hand side. I don't know what's going on with me tonight. Keep tripping over my words, but that goes on to Balroot Pure Wall making his way to that top 16. We will have that top 16 battle server coming up here shortly. We got a lot of good drivers. I'm going to pop up the bracket up here. We are, unfortunately, something happened, missing those initial brackets. But you can see our top 16 drivers here. We got Alex Rajachev, Seth Miller, Garrett Shaw, Nana Peel, Braden S, facing off against Bryant T, Donahue Joseph going off against William Holloway, Zach Macy facing off against Nolan Stanley, Nathan Vieira and Tyler Duck battling it out, DMI C-Note, JL Good, and then Bread and Balroot Pure Wall. Some nasty battles coming up here, but we'll be hopping over into that server like usual, guys. I'm just gonna throw up our little line video in the The meantime, once we get the server situated, and we'll be all set. All right, and I do have confirmation from the staff that the server is up for that top 16. These guys just throwing the little runs here, but we'll be hopping over there. The intro video, like usual, will be played during that time, and let's go. Welcome to Esda Irwindale 2023 Season 4, Round 4 CSG Drift. Start off right into our initiation zone here. Coming into our outer zone 1, we're looking for consistency of angle as well as proximity to that long sweeping wall all across here. As coming out of the outer zone 1, we're looking for a nice smooth transition into inner clip 1. Keep those wheels on the track. As we come across, snapping right into our second outer zone. A nice smooth fill out here. On the exit here, we're looking for a little bit of let off there if needed, but coming into our inner clip 2. As we come back out of there, another smooth transition into outer zone 3 and across the line. That'll wrap it up for ESDA Irwindale 2023. Best of luck to all those drivers out there. Man, that sounded wonderful, didn't it? With all the music playing over itself. Got it situated. We'll have up on our screen here our line map that breaks all that down for you, as well as the intended ideal line, as well as that off throttle zone right before inner clip 2. It's a fast but fun track. We'll see you out there, and good luck to all. Just like that, guys, we're out here back on the track. We have magically teleported once more to that top 16 server. Those first 8 drivers on the left hand side of that bracket are loaded in now. Getting their last little bit of practice in here, and we'll have them line it up and start our top 16 off. A little onboard action here with drivers out there on the track. That's Brian T in the lead position, ripping around the track right now. Looks like we do have a confirmed all drivers in server, so get those last laps in, and we'll have everybody back to pits here in just a moment. All right, last runs for these guys, and we will have our first battle lining up here. That is going to be Alex Rojachev facing off against Seth Miller. Big shout out to all the drivers that made it into that top 32. Unfortunately, did not make it to the top 16. All very talented out there, and fortunately comes down to that, you know, singular runs, you know. A lot of pressure on them sitting at those lines and ready to go. Watching Will Holloway here zooming back over to the pits, and Garrett S here. AOM Rizo. Staff just kind of getting everybody organized right now, getting them all into one VC so we have a nice line of communication with them. Those radios synced up, and we'll have these guys running here in just a second as everybody gets that call back to pits. Looks like Cone Man's making his way onto the track here in just a second. We'll hop in with Spawn's FPV, tapping into that video feed as gives us a nice overlay of the track here. Only 5 zones out here on the track, 3 outers, 2 inners at ESDA Irwindale 2023. You guys are watching it here at CSG Drift, Season 4, Round 4. Puts us into our top 16. First battle, gonna be Alex facing off against Seth Miller. Alex itching to get out there on the track, get his battle started, as we have Seth Miller pulling up alongside him. All right, we got them lined up, ready to go. Drivers ready, and we got lights. Alex in the lead position, Seth Miller in the chase. Let's see it. Nice snap right in, settling into that line. Alex Rajachev just feeling comfy and cozy out there as we come across that inner clip 1. Seth Miller, not to be forgotten over there, putting the pressure on every single time, getting into these outer zones and just right up on his door. As we head into our last outer zone here, coming across, and beautiful lead and chase runs by both these drivers out there tonight. Holy. Looked as if Alex was just on rails there, throwing some nasty angle there and just set it and forget it, as you've heard me say tonight. It is what the judges are looking for. No or minimal corrections coming through those outer zones. But here we go. We got Seth Miller now in the lead position. Alex Rajachev in the chase. Let's see it. Alex put on a solid lead run here. Let's see how he does in the chase position. Seth Miller also just getting in there and putting down a solid start to his lead run here in the battle too. Coming around there, Alex Rajachev having a little bit of a slip up there in that inner clip on that transition. As he come around though, settles back in as Seth Miller comes around here. Solid run by both drivers here. It is going to come down to some nitty gritty details here by both drivers. Let's get that side by side up. Both these guys throwing down some serious skill out on the track here. And wow. Fortunately, it's going to be a lead versus lead, chase versus chase situation here. And we did see some issues there by Alex Rajachev in that chase position as he was transitioning across. Cutting her a little tight there. We've seen issues here tonight with other people. Absolutely killing it. You guys said it, chat. Get some fire emojis in chat for these guys. Holy, what a way to start our top 16 tonight. Jeez. Got the thumbs up from the judges here. Alex on the left-hand side there, Seth Miller on the right. These guys, let's hear it up for them, putting down some crazy runs. And that is one going Seth Miller, and that is a full sweep for Seth Miller. Looks like it came down to a lead versus lead, chase versus chase situation, and we had Alex Rajachev in that chase, dropping some tires on that inner clip one. Holy. Let's get it back to it. Our next battle going to be Garrett Shaw facing off against Nanapeel. Nanapeel, new to the competition here. Irwindale, 2023, Season 4, Round 4 of CSG. My goodness. Sorry about that, guys. We're throwing that line video at you so many times, you can't even count. Holy. Sometimes you leave those sources on, and they just like to start right back up. But, here we go. We got Garrett Shaw coming up to the line here. AOM Rizo and Nanapeel. Nanapeel, new face out there for us here at CSG Drift. See how it goes. Rizo in the lead. Nanapeel in the chase. Oh, man. Nanapeel gonna have some distance to make up here. Did come out of there a little bit early, trying to catch up onto him as Rizo throws down another fire run out here tonight. Fortunately, Nana just kind of losing a lot of that distance right off the bat. We'll have to see how that pans out for them with Rizo in that chase position. So Nanapeel now going to be in the lead position. Garrett Shaw in the chase. Saw a definite speed difference coming into that initiation. Rizo's going to have to keep his eyes open on that. Staff making sure drivers are ready, and we will see those lights as soon as we get confirmation there. I'd like to see that that chase driver at least matched up with the rear bumper of that lead. Here we go. Gave us a little bit of a scoot there. I think we are set. 3, 2, 1, go! Here we go, coming across. Nanapeel sticking into his angle, holding to it. Rizo trying to get right up into that door as we come across into that inner clip one and right around into another outer zone here. See how these guys fare coming across that inner clip two. Nanapeel's throwing some nasty angle coming around there. A little bit of a correction coming into that outer zone 3, and across the line they go. Solid runs by both drivers. Let's get that side by side up on the screen here. We'll send it to the judges. And over to the judge screen, we got Garrett Shaw on the left-hand side there and Nanapeel on the right. Let's see those votes come in. One going Garrett, 2 going Garrett. And that is a full sweep for Garrett Shaw, but an excellent show out there for Nanapeel as well. Kudos to both drivers. We'll kick back to the line here for our next battle. Braden S, AOM Swan facing off against Bryant T, Revales. Now, we talked about it before. Revales got the bye run in his top 32 there. This is going to be his first battle going up against another driver here tonight. Can be a blessing, can also be a curse. Hopefully he got enough practice runs in here tonight, and we will see that in just a moment. Once we get a confirm on drivers ready, we'll see those lights trigger and be on their way. Let's see it. Again, that's Swan in the leads. RKX Reveals in the chase. Massive speed coming into that with AOM Swan. Bryant T having some room to make up here in that chase position as they flip around for that inner clip. Oh, and having some issues there again on that inner clip 1 by the chase. As we come around into our inner clip 2. Nice pull in there by Swan, getting into that zone, and nice deep fill out on his way out of there. See these guys line up in the opposing positions now. We got Brian T going to be in a lead position. Braden S, AOM Swan. Lining up, drivers ready. Let's send them. Nice solid angle. Swan also having a little bit of a distance there on that outer zone 1. He's got a lot to make up here in that proximity. These guys are going chase for chase here, but a solid lead here coming around very tight through that inner clip 1 by Bryant T. Reveals to come through that outer zone 3 and across the line. Get that side by side up on the screen here. These guys both kind of keeping their distance right off the initiation there and having to really cinch up, get into that zone, and put that pressure on that lead driver. You guys trying to dust each other right off the line here, but we saw it for both battles, 1 and 2. These guys come across. Saw an excellent lead there by Swan, and then it looks like there may have been a wheel drop out there on that track. Judges taking a final review on a few points here, and we'll kick us over to that judge screen in a moment. Slide us on over to that judging screen. AOM Swan on the left side there. Brian T on the right. And that is a full sweep for Braden S. AOM Swan moving on. Looks like we had some tire droppage out there by Brian. Up next, we got Donahue Joseph facing off against Will Holloway. It'll be our next battle here, putting these guys into the top 8. Winners from this round advance on. Got a little miscommunication out on the track there. These guys will have it sorted here in just a moment as our cone man is jumping for joy out there. Nick Joseph in their lead position. Will Holloway at the chase. Send him. Guys trying to get every ounce of speed coming into it. Will Holloway right onto his bumper, trying to get into that zone right off the bat. Trying to stay away from Gambleby City there as we push through, and right across there, a solid lead coming down. Donique, as we come through onto that inner clip 2. Will Holloway keeping it nice and safe through that inner clip 2 and coming out through our final zone. Solid stuff by these guys. See it the other way around now. We're going to have Will Holloway in the lead position. Wait for them to get settled, and once they're ready, we'll see those lights. Here they go. Let's send them. Nice snap initiation by Will Holloway in that lead position. Donique coming in, trying to close that distance there. Very stable approach here by Will Holloway as we come across. Donique coming on the inside there, making up a little bit of distance there, but also just trying to keep in line, matching that angle as we push across into our last and final zone as they push through and across the line. Two solid runs there by both drivers. I know Will was running some double duty tonight over there, driving in the VDC. Caught that earlier today. Now back over here to CSG Drift, competing once again. Sent that over to the judges, and we'll hear from them shortly on this. They're taking a closer look at a few zones here and hear from them. We got the thumbs up from the judges here, hitting us over to that judging screen once more. These guys are sitting awaiting the results there on the track. Left side, Donique. Right side, Will Holloway. One going Will. Two, pushing Will into the toppy. Let's go. Puts us already halfway through our top 16. Going on to our next battle here, going to be Zach Macy facing off against Nolan Stanley. Excellent runs by all these guys out here tonight. Just giving them a second to load in here, as that is our second 8 of that top 16. Keeping those servers nice and low, easy load-in times for all drivers, and we'll see them get a practice lap or two here. We got Tyler Duck rolling up to the line right now. See if we can hop on board with him. See what he's putting down on the track right now. Quick snappy initiation there, looking very dialed in there by Tyler Duck. See who else we can hop on board with here while Jay Elgood here coming off the line. passenger seat action here. What it looks like from that driver perspective. There's our cone man sitting out there. Big shout out to the cone man. Gonna deal without him. Triggering those lights, letting these guys know it's their turn to shine. Pop it on the GoPro mounts of that driver door. Really can see the amount of angle these guys are putting down on the track here. Dialing her in. We should have everybody loaded in here in just a moment. Yeah, looks like we had a majority of them all load in. We're now getting those runs in. We'll have our call back to pits here, and we'll start off on our second half of the top 16 here. Zach Macy, Nolan Stanley going to be lining up here as they get their last and final runs here. And there it is. They've gone back to pits, and out comes Nolan Stanley and Zach Macy. They were eager, ready to get this going. Driver's ready, and we'll see our lights trigger, and they'll be on their way. Here we go. Zach Macy in the lead position, Nolan Stanley in the chase. Look at these guys snapping right across that initiation line, settling into that angle, and Nolan Stanley putting the pressure on right away, even through the transition here. Let's see how we go. Coming into that outer zone 2, looks like some wall scrapage going on there, maybe by Zach Macy, and Nolan Stanley having to be quick on the trigger with the brake there as they come through that final outer zone 3. Solid stuff out there by these guys. You know, we had a very close qualifying, came down some of the most minor things for point deductions with these guys. Everybody putting down some banger runs, but the battles is where it's at here. We got them lined up again. Nolan Stanley in that lead position, Zach Macy in the chase. Let's see it. These guys ripping out of the gate. Nolan Stanley in the lead, Zach Macy in the chase. Zach throwing a little bit of pressure on him right off that initiation there, but no contacts there. Coming through, interclip 1 onto that second wall. Zach Macy's got to close the gap here a little bit as he comes around, probably feeling a little eager about that outer zone 2. Some of the scrapage we saw out there. Coming onto our final outer zone, and across the line these guys go. Man, they are dialed in here tonight. Let's see that side by side here, where the judges are going to take a close look, looking for any tire drops, loss of angle, you know, proximity, chase versus chase here. very tight inner clip 2 there in that first round. Guys, excellent matchup, battling off against one another here. Fortunately, we did see Zach Macy in that chase lead starting to fade off there with the side-by-side proximity for those chase drivers. Trying to pull it together, kind of making those adjustments and getting in there towards the later end of those zones. So just taking one last final look and we'll hop on over to that screen here. A thumbs up from the judges. Zach Macy on the left-hand side there. Nolan Stanley on the right. We'll see those votes come pouring in here in just a second. One going Nolan Stanley, 2. And for a full sweep for Nolan Stanley, moving on to that top 8. Does look like we had a tire drop out there by Zach Macy, as well as a little bit of a spaced out chase position there. But that moves us on to the next battle. That's going to be Nathan Vieira facing off against Tyler Duck. We're on board with Tyler Duck there a little bit earlier. He was looking pretty dialed in. Nathan Vieira as well, throwing down some fire runs here tonight. Nathan Vieira in the lead position. Tyler Duck in that chase. Yeah, looks like we have a little bit of a miscommunication. I will try to do my best here for the drivers out here and snapshotting our bracket that we have on our end as well, and posting that up in the info section if you guys need it, because we do have these guys flip-flopped right now. Sorry about that, guys. Just getting a little bit of info sent out there. So unfortunately, our stream bracket kind of had a little technical difficulties tonight, so a little broken. There we go. Nathan Vieira in the lead position. Tyler Duck in the chase. Let's send him. Let's go. Throwing it in there. Tyler Duck just right on his door. Got a lot of speed from Tyler Duck coming right out the bat. Nathan Vieira trying to set himself up there. Tyler Duck almost making some contact on that wall and just pulling himself out in the nick of time as we come across into our last inner clip and last outer zone. Nathan Vieira throwing down a nice solid lead run there as Tyler Duck's got a lot of extra speed that he's trying to shave off there. See these guys flip around here. Tyler Duck in the lead position and Nathan Vieira in the chase. Let's send him. Oh, and maybe a little bit of contact there. Nathan Vieira putting the pressure on Tyler Duck as they're coming around that outer zone 1. Here they come into outer zone 2. Just making up that distance there as they come around into our final inner clip and onto that outer zone. Nathan Vieira trying to get the placement into that pocket, and across the line they go. Don't know about you guys, but the reverb's killing me. Only problem with stadium tracks is you get that reverb off the stands. These guys throwing out some great lead runs here. Nathan Vieira coming in very hot on that chase in Battle 2, and very close to Tyler. Shaking him up maybe a little bit there, as he had to readjust and then get into position on that door. Right about there. Same thing with Tyler though in that Battle 1. Going a little wonky coming into outer zone 2. And managed to save it and pull himself away from that wall in the nick of time. But holy. They're just most likely looking at some of those errors out on the track there that I previously mentioned. It's my assumption. I'll just give you guys my insight from what I'm seeing from the cameras we got. But definitely a really nice save there by Tyler Duck in that Battle 1 in the chase, pulling himself in. He's able to kind of make up that distance by the end of the track there, but same kind of thing on that Outer Zone 1 by Battle 2. Nathan Vieira came in very hot. Should have a judge ready here in just a second. like we're getting the thumbs up from the judges here. Nathan Vieira on the left there, Tyler Duck on the right. One going Tyler Duck. 2. And a unanimous for Tyler Duck, moving on to that top 8. Congratulations. Great runs by both drivers there. Pop us back over to our line as we wait for our next battle to line up. We got DMI C-Note going to be lining up, facing off against JL Good. Somebody's got some subs going in the car there. These guys finish out their little burnouts there, as captured by Spawn's FPV in the right corner there. And we got JL Good lining up in that chase position, and we are waiting on C-Note. Be all set, ready to go, coming down through the pits right now. We'll see him at the line here in a second. There we go. C-Note lined up, ready. We'll let JL get settled here. We should see our lights trigger. C-Note in the lead position. JL Good in the chase. Right off the line there. Let's send him. Solid on that angle. C-Note pushing every little inch towards that wall as we come across that inner clip 1 onto our second outer zone. JL Good coming in a little hot there, as we did have a little bit of contact as they flip back around into that outer zone 3 and across the line. Quick reminder to all drivers out there, you guys need to make sure that you're leaving during those replays. Once you see that side-by-side go up, that is a perfect time for you guys to head out. We did have somebody leave the server during that, and we are just making sure that both drivers can agree to move on to the second round here. Otherwise, we will have a rerun on the track here. Got to make sure we're looking out for... Looks like they're going for the rerun here, so we are going to start back out with C-Note in the lead position and L Good in the chase. Because that does go to the drivers there if we have any sort of disconnects or stuff like that. So make sure you're keeping out for your fellow driver there. You wouldn't want it happening on your run. C-Note now in the lead position again. JL Good in the chase. Let's send him. And make sure these guys are getting optimal chances to show off their skills out here on the track, and make sure that they have those optimal conditions that everybody else is getting out here on the track. Here we go, coming into outer zone 2. JL Good looking nice and dialed here. C-Note just pushing every last inch there. L Good kind of fading away there, coming into that inner clip 2. Oh, and we have some contact by L Good there. The C-Note was coming out of that outer zone 1. That is unfortunate stuff there. But let's kick it over now. We got L Good gonna be in the lead position, and C-Note in the chase. Let's see it. Nice solid initiation. L Good locking in, holding that angle. C-Note creeping up on his door as they come through that outer zone 1 into that clip, and now onto that outer zone 2. Pushing some solid speed coming through here, through inner clip 2, onto that last outer zone 3. L Good throwing down a nice lead line here with C-Note right on his door. Fortunately, that crash on that outer zone 2 is going to be a major issue. Watch it through one more time. Give a thumbs up from the judges. C note on the left hand side there, JL Good on the right. And that is a full unanimous going over to C note, mainly due to that contact by JL Good on that outer zone 3. We had consistent speed coming from C note, and JL Good just creeping up a little too quick on him. It's unfortunate when it happens, but here we go. Let's hop over to our last battle of our top 16. Believe it or not, we got Bread and Balroot Pure Wall facing off here. See them pulling up to the line here in just a moment. Man with the plan over here. Spawns FPV. Bill cruising our track. Got Bread making his way down to the track. Pure Wall shortly to be coming out of there. Lining up. We got Bread going to be in a lead position now. Balroot Pure Wall in the chase. Solid stuff. And we are ready to send them. Bread in the lead position. Balroot Pure Wall in the chase. Let's see those legs. Here we go. Throwing a nice, solid, snappy initiation there by Bread. Balroot trying to get right up on that door. A little bit of bobble there in the chase as we flip around to that inner clip, back into that outer zone. Nice, solid back and forth here as Bread pushes through that inner clip too. Balroot right on his door saying, I'm ready and here to battle. Let's go. Balroot doing a spectacular job in the chase while Bread threw down a massive lead. Feel like this may come down to Bread's chase here. Let's see it. Balroot's got to throw down a solid lead run here as well. Let's see it. They're off the line. Balroot just throwing it in, getting settled as Bread shortening up that angle, trying to close that distance there, losing them a little bit on that initiation, coming around, looks like very tight on that inner clip one. These guys make their way around that last inner clip and onto the final outer zone, pushing through and across the line. Looks like Bread in the chase there unfortunately had some issues on that inner clip one, throwing it full over that yellow line there, dropping a tire. But man, the leads these guys put down here tonight, give it up for them in chat here. Now hop over to our judge screen. I'm getting thumbs up from them. They're poking me. Here we go. Bread on the left side, Balroot Pure Wall on the right. And that looks like a full-on Balroot Pure Wall for the top 8. Heck yeah. So that puts us into our top 8 already, guys. Give it up for all the drivers thus far that have competed here tonight. Doing a spectacular job. Again, And then, of course, you guys know where you're at here. We're sitting at CSG Drift Cosmos Sign gaming event here for you tonight. And this is ESDA Irwindale 2023 Season 4, Round 4. Looks like we are just waiting on our drone man. Spawns FPV. He's switching out some drone batteries out there on the track. This guy's flying through them right now. We got our guys lined up, ready to go. This is going to be Seth Miller facing off against Garrett Shaw. AOM Rizo. We'll have a call back to pits here in just a moment. We'll get them set on their way. Holy. Yeah, it does look like it was a battery problem there. Spawn's trying to get back in here. May have been a temporary power flicker over on his end, but we'll have him back in here in just a moment. Call these drivers back to the pits, get them lined up, and we'll have Spawns back in here in a moment. All right, looks like we've gotten that call back to pits. We're gonna have these guys line up. Fortunately, some technical difficulties all around here. Spawns MIA, no big deal. Sometimes can't control Mother Nature. But we got them lined up here. Seth Miller in the lead position, Garrett Shaw, AOM Rizo. Drivers ready. Let's send them. A solid initiation there. Garrett Rizo right on his door. Man, somebody check that livery on his car. I'm sure he scraped off a few letters with that tire. But as we come around here into our outer zone 2, excellent fill out. Rizo just on his door. Tried to just, you know, maybe stick that hand out there, give it a few pats, and push him along his way. Seth Miller across the line, and a solid run by both drivers there. Lead and chase. Holy. Seth Miller throwing down a excellent lead line there. Garrett just sinking right up on his door. We got lights already. Let's send them. Rizo in the lead position now. Seth Miller in the chase. Holy, here he comes around there. Seth Miller, a little bit of corrections there, trying to get into the pocket as we come around that inner clip one that we've seen many issues with tonight, taking that very tight around that corner as we come across our last inner clip and onto our outer zone. These guys pushing through and across the line they go. Get our side-by-side up on that. Holy moly. Just drawing a little attention to that chase by Raizo, just getting right on his door, even through those transitions between those inner clips and those outer zones. Holy. Can't do it without Seth Miller putting down such an excellent lead line either. So, holy. Sent this over to our judges, and we'll hear from them shortly. You know, I don't know what kind of juice Raizo's on. Could be, you know, maybe some G Fuel in there. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not going to pitch it like that. But solid stuff out there. Seth Miller also throwing down. What a crazy run by both these drivers out there. We do have Spawns hopping in here and joining in with us. So we may take a little extra second so that he can load into the server. And then we'll see that judge screen in a moment. All right, got the thumbs up from the judges. Got that screen up for you guys. Seth Miller on the left, Garrett Shaw on the right. Got one going, Garrett Shaw in the chase position. Two going for Garrett Shaw, which pushes him into the top four tonight. Man, I gotta say, it was that chase run that probably sealed the deal for them as they made their way through the track here tonight. Wild stuff. And then we did have some tire drops in the chase there by Seth Miller. Unfortunate, but sometimes you can't control. This guy's looking for absolutely perfect runs on these battles. You get two shots to show it, and slightest change in that wheel can throw these cars straight into walls, offline, and see these guys here coming out of the pits onto the track. It's going to be Braden S, AOM Swan facing off against Will Holloway. Seen excellent runs by both of these guys here. Spawns down there in the corner. He is back ready and got the drone in the air. Let's see it. AOM Swan facing off against Will Holloway in that chase position. Here we go. Nice flick right into it. Will Holloway keeping that angle right on his door as Swan has some loss of angle there and trying to keep himself off the wall. Huge slowdown out there. Will Holloway with a quick, snappy judgment to keep himself off of that door and reducing any contacts there. As we come across through those zones and onto that outer zone, following them out, and out they go across the line. That was some quick reaction by Will Holloway there in that chase position, keeping himself off of Swan's door there. Will Holloway now in the lead position. Braden S. Swan in the chase. Driver's ready. Let's send them. Here they go. Oh man, Swan getting right into the action right off the bat. No messing around here as Will Holloway pushes through A solid chase here by Swan. William Holloway throwing down a nasty lead line here as we come into our last inner clip and into that final zone. Swan's pushing on him, maybe a little bit of contact there as they come through that final outer zone 3. Man, these guys both putting down really solid chase runs here tonight. But we did see a little bit of deviations there by the lead driver in Battle 1. William Holloway having to be quick to react on that, getting on a little bit of brakes here, reducing some of that contact and staying on that chase position throughout the rest of that run. Some crazy stuff happening out there. Both these guys really giving it their all. Judges taking a close look at a few points here, and we should get the thumbs up from them in a moment. Taking us over to that judge screen, we got the thumbs up and are waiting their judgment here. We got Swan on the left side there, Will Holloway on the right. 1 going Will Holloway, 2. And looks like a unanimous there. It was coming down to a lead versus lead, chase for chase situation there, I feel like. And Will Holloway pulled away with the victory there. Solid stuff by both drivers. Up next, we got Nolan Stanley facing off against Tyler Duck. All right. We got Nolan Stanley in that lead position, Tyler Duck in the chase. We'll see these guys run here in just a second. Drivers ready, set, go. Nolan Stanley in the lead position. Tyler Duck getting the pressure on right off the bat there, getting on that bumper. Here we go, coming around that outer zone 1 into our inner clip. Tyler Duck putting the pressure on, trying to stay right there, nice, neat, and tidy. As Nolan Stanley throws down an excellent lead here, coming around that inner clip 2 onto our last final outer zone. Tyler Duck, not to be forgotten, right there on his door. There she goes. Tyler Duck now taking the lead position here. Nolan Stanley gonna be in the chase. Got lights already, let's send them. Huge speed by Tyler Duck. We've seen the speed that he puts down on the track here. Nolan Stanley getting on that door regardless as we're coming around into that outer zone 2, and we got some contact by Nolan Stanley. Tyler Duck pulls it together, and Nolan Stanley back onto his door. Holy, as these guys come around into that outer zone 3 and across the line. What a wild run. Unfortunately, we had some contact out there on the track, but these guys pulled it together for the last bit of the run. Wow. Wowza. Judges will be checking the contact on that to determine fault, but man, shout out to Tyler Duck. Either way, holding that angle. It was his front left fender that got hit, and he was still able to pull himself into angle and finish out that run strong. Nolan Stanley, too, recovering from the contact, too. Yeah, so judges definitely taking a close look at that contact that we saw in that battle 2, coming right into here. We unfortunately had Nolan Stanley kind of taking a shallower fill out on that zone, hitting that front fender, and that is fortunately, these guys putting down really solid runs here tonight, but that could be the final straw to determine who's going on to that top 4. I got the thumbs up from the judges here. We'll kick us on over to that screen. We got Nolan Stanley on the left-hand side and Tyler Duck on the right. One going Tyler Duck, 2 putting him into the top 4. Looks like the determination of fault on that hit was Nolan Stanley. Judge 3 over there going OMD just for the... Here we go. Good stuff by both drivers. Looks like it really came down to some fault there. Up next, though, we are going to have DMI C-Note facing off against Balroot Pure Wall. There we go, lost our music there for a second. That was wild. Here we go. C-Note facing off against Balroot Pure Wall. Guys coming in hot to the starting gate there. And to see that bumper match up with the rear bumper of that lead driver, and we should see those lights trigger. Here we go. Let's send them. Last battle of that top 8, putting us into our top 4 and into our final battles after this. Holy C-Note filling out nice, deep, and wide through that first outer zone as we come around. Balroot trying to get into that pocket and hold that angle with him. We're looking for him to match up doors here and really push along C-Note. Flipping into our final zone here. C-Note throwing in a spectacular lead. Balroot right across the line as well. solid runs. Great, nice deep fill out there by C-Note on that outer zone 1. Little bobbles here and there, but nice deep fill out. Let's see here. Bell Group now in the lead position. C-Note in the chase. Let's send them. Here we go. Bell Group trying to lock in, set it and forget it. And here we go. C-Note trying to close up the gap there as Bell Group just kind of trying to dust him here. But C-Note making a little cuts here and there, trying to get right back up onto his door as these guys push through these last 2 final zones. Right on his bumper on that transition, C-Note settling in and right across the line there for the 2 drivers. Bell Group definitely throwing a lot of speed right down there, but you can see we're losing a little bit of angle on that outer zone 1. And judges, take a close look here. We did have some tire drops out there, and looking at some closer clips here, we should see their screen pop up here in just a second. The thumbs up from the judges here. We got C-Note on the left-hand side there, Bell Pure Wall on the right. See those determinations come through here in just a second. It's checking some tire drops out there on the track, and 1 going Pure Wall, 2, and 3. Judge 3 out there joking with the OMTs. Here we go. But that puts Pure Wall into the top 4. That leaves us with just 4 battles left. We have those moving on to the bronze battles and those moving on to the final battles. All right, we got Garrett Shaw, AOM Marizo facing off against Will Holloway here tonight. We've seen some excellent runs from both these drivers, and this is going to be one heck of a battle. Driver's ready. Let's send them. Top 4. Last few battles of the night here. Rizzo in the lead position. William Holloway in the chase. Man, these guys settling right into that first outer zone like no big deal. Holloway really pushing, getting on that door. As Rizzo came out very fast out of that outer zone 1. Had a little bit of a snapback there, but Holloway putting the pressure on Rizzo here as we come around to our last and final zone. These guys, like synchronized swimmers out there. Holy. There's Holloway in that custom RX-7. Gonna be in that lead position, and Rizzo in the chase. Let's see it. Here we go. Will Holloway in the lead position. AOM Rizzo in the chase. These guys sitting, forgetting. Here we go. Coming across that outer zone 1. Nice, a solid lead angle there by Will Holloway. Rizzo getting on there, and Will Holloway cutting very tight on that inner clip 1. That is something, unfortunately, I think the judges are going to be looking at here tonight as we come across into that final outer zone 3, and across the line they go. There we go. We got them side by side here. Man, not looking too good on that battle 2 lead for Holloway. Just cut that inner clip 1 just a little too tight, and looks like that may be deemed as a tire drop. I don't know. I can't tell from my angles. Judges are going to have to take a closer look at that one, as he unfortunately transitioned just a little too tight there. But man, nice solid battle between these two guys. Both really getting at each other's throats here out on the track, and until it kind of threw Holloway for a loop there coming into that outer zone 2. Had to readjust that angle about 1 time as he was coming through. We'll have to wait to hear back from the judges on this one. For those tire drops, guys, 50% or more is deemed as a tire drop. The judges, I know, are probably taking a very close look at where Holloway's tire landed there. It was so tight. That'll be, unfortunately, a large point deduction there for Holloway, if it is deemed that way. Of course, I don't know. Just speculating here from the announcer booth. We got the thumbs up from the judges. Garrett Shaw on the left there, Will Holloway on the right, and 2 going Garrett Shaw, 3 for the full sweep. Looks like Will Holloway had a confirmed tire drop there, and unfortunately was just enough to knock him into those bronze battles. We'll see him battling it out with the one that gets kicked on this next run here. But Garrett Shaw, AOM Rizzo, moves on to that top battle tonight. We got Tyler Duck, Balrup Purewall, these guys duking it out here next for us. As I'm slacking on the screen there, Feel like my PC may be heating up a little bit over here. Holy. Let me check something here real quick. Here we go. These guys lining up here for us. Tyler Duck in the lead position. Belroot Purewall in the chase. Who's moving on to the final battles and who's battling it out against Will Holloway for that bronze? Here we go. Tyler Duck in the lead. Huge angle by Tyler Duck there. Belroot Purewall having some issues coming around outer zone 1. That is a huge upset for him. Cannot be too happy about that as we come into that outer zone 2. These guys giving it their all. Tyler Duck locked in on that lead run as we push across into our final outer zone. Holy, and right across the line. And we got Belroot now taking the lead position. Tyler Duck in the chase. Duck out here just gonna need to throw down a solid chase run here. We saw some issues going on with Belroot there as we come into that first zone. Tyler Duck also having a little bit of issues trying to get over there as he is gripping up and trying to gap him out of here, but Tyler Duck saying no way, I'm still here, and pushing on to that final zone. Through our outer zone 3, Tyler Duck back onto his door and across the line. Get our side-by-side up here. Take a closer look. What happened there? We had a big correction there by Belroot in that chase position for Battle 1. Battle 2, we also saw some issues there with Tyler losing some angle, trying to really close that gap between Purewall. We could have an angle difference on there. It was just kind of gaining a little bit more speed out there. Both these guys taking it very tight on that Battle 2 inner clip 1. We've seen a lot of issues there tonight. These guys taking it really tight. It's the opportunity to really cut some speed, but also cutting off the track. Just taking a little extra time on these last top 4 here before we send off. Chat going wild here, talking about drug testing out there on the track. Here at CSG, we test for steroids. No, I'm just kidding. But giving the judges all the time they need here. This is the final battle of that top four. We're looking at some key points here that happened in both Battle 1 and Battle 2. We will hear from them shortly here. We'll determine who's going to be battling for the bronze and who's moving on to battle for that gold. Only got 2 battles remaining. Got the thumbs up from the judges here. We got Tyler Duck on the left, Balru Purewall on the right. We'll see them make their determination here in just a moment. One going Purewall. One going OMT. And 2 going for Balru Purewall, moving on to that top battle, while Tyler Duck will be facing off against Will Holloway next here. We'll see them lining up here in just one moment. They are, yeah, something with that recording screen, guys. Sorry about that. We got a little bit of a hiccup there, but should be sorted away here in just a moment. But we got Will Holloway facing off against Tyler Duck. Will Holloway going to be in the lead position, Tyler Duck in the chase. We'll see them make their way down the track. The battle for the bronze. And we will have our final battle of the night. And of course, our top 3 drivers going for one final run on the track. Yeah, that determination on there was a tire drop that ended up hurting Tyler Duck out there, as well as some proximity out there. But we're just waiting on Will Holloway, Tyler Duck. There we go. We got Will Holloway making his way that lead position. We'll have Tyler Duck in the chase. Tyler Duck got the advantage running runs back to back here. Here we go. We got Tyler Duck headed down the track, and these guys lining up. Battle for the bronze. Who's getting that 3rd place podium finish? See lights. 3, 2, 1, go. Will Holloway in the lead position, Tyler Duck in the chase. Holloway getting nice and deep into that zone. Tyler Duck cutting in a little bit to cinch up that proximity onto Will's door as we hop around into that inner clip 1. And oh, some contact there made. We've seen that happen multiple times here tonight as these guys flip into the final outer zone, but they both hold it together, and across the line they go. Tyler Duck now in the lead position. Will Holloway in the chase. Let's send him. Who's taking home that 3rd place finish? Tyler Duck initiating right across there. William Holloway putting on the pressure right off the bat here. As we come across that inner clip, this guy's taking it nice and careful around there, keeping those tires nice, neat, and tidy. Duck throwing some massive speed there, but here comes Holloway right up onto his door and right around into that final outer zone 3, and across the line they go. Send that over to the judges, and gonna be looking at that contact there on that battle 1. Judges are going to be taking a close look at that contact, seeing those pedal positions, throttle, speed into entry, and all of the above to determine fault and who made that contact, whether it was an excessive slowdown or too much speed coming into it. I'll give them their time to take a look at that, because that is going to be a massive determining factor. All right, we do have the thumbs up from the judges. Looks like they got to clear their board real quick, but there we go. And we got Will on the left there, Tyler Duck on the right. This is for the 3rd place finish. 1 going Will, 2, 3, full across the board for Will Holloway. Looks like that contact was determined to be on Tyler Duck there. So Will Holloway takes the 3rd place finish tonight, and we are about to head on to our final battle between Garrett Shaw, AOM Rizo, sorry about that guys, and Balroop Purewall. Tell you, I'm gonna have to start my own drift team out here called OAM, because I keep mixing that up. My apologies to their team. This is going to be Garrett Shaw, Rizo in that lead position, and Purewall going to be in the chase. Hop on board with our band Spawns out here, flying the track. We get a nice circle here on Rizo's car as he disappears off the pits there, but we got looks like a few disconnects here. We got another cone making his way out on the track here. All right, looks like we got them lining up right now. We got Rizo in the lead position, Purewall in the chase. Drivers ready. Let's send them. This is battle for the gold. Let me make it on top here. Rizo putting down an absolute solid lead run here. Purewall having to make some adjustments in that chase position as they come across into that outer zone 2. Really right onto that wall. Balroop pushing in, trying to get right on his door and into our final outer zone. These guys giving it their all, and across the line they go. Wild. The consistency that we have seen from Rizo's runs here tonight have been absolutely insane. These guys driving like they're on rails, and here we go. We got Purewall now in the lead position and Rizo in the chase. Let's send them. Getting right onto his bumper right off the bat there. Balroop throwing in some nice angle in the lead position as Rizo getting right on that door, straight through the transition, and back onto it as they come into that outer zone 2. This guy's coming around and into outer zone 3, pushing through, and across the line they go. Let's see that side by side. Both these guys giving it their all for the battle for the gold. We'll give the judges a little bit of time here to make their determination. Love the guys in chat. Car with wing wins. Hate to inform you guys, they both got wings. All right, looks like I'm getting the thumbs up from the judges here. We're gonna hop over to our judging screen one last time here tonight to determine our winner. Who's getting the gold? Who's getting the silver? Garrett Shaw on the left-hand side, Balroop Purewall on the right. One going Garrett Shaw. Judge to OMT, and then the third judge for the confirmation on that. Garrett Shaw walking away with the gold here tonight. Balroop Purewall getting that silver. So if it could have the 3 top drivers here tonight, Garrett Shaw, Balroop Purewall, and Will. Let's get you guys lined up for that final run out on the track here tonight. We'll have our man, Spawns FPV, capturing it all. Absolutely amazing runs by all drivers here tonight. Appreciate everybody that participated, hopping in for those qualies and getting in here for those battles. Gotta say, Garrett Shaw out there throwing down some very consistent runs here tonight. Purewall been a force to reckon with for this competition. Got knocked down to that silver spot, and it looks like we are sending them. This guy's getting one last run in here. Don't forget, everybody, it is spring forward time change here tonight, so we are finishing at about 1 a.m. my time, but man, that clock's about to kick an hour forward for us. So I appreciate everybody that came here to participate. Oh, and we have Will Holloway. Let's see if we can get one more run. Here he is, back out on the track. All 3 of them as they push through those zones. All 3 of them out there. Spectacular runs by all drivers. I appreciate everybody that swung by to support it. Don't forget to, guys, we do also have our store below. It's the first season we've ever done merch. All that money goes towards the staff that helps make this happen. So I appreciate every single one of you guys swinging by here tonight to support your local, more friendly drivers. And there goes Balroop crashing out. Somebody get a breathalyzer on that man, because that was a wicked crash. But huge shout out as well to Spawns FPV, flying out here all night for us. I'm sure his thumbs are raw at this point, so we won't waste any more time. You guys have a good night, and we'll catch you not next week, but the following week for round 5 at Vetus Park. More details will follow with that for us on Discord, as well as the track download. Probably about Monday when those servers go live. We're taking the day off tomorrow, and you guys can get right to practicing. You guys have a good night. Appreciate ya. And this was CSG Drift.